King's Country at kingscountry.net. As promised on the phone, I've got Ray Benson, the founder and leader of Sleep at the Wheel. They're coming to our neck of the woods. Going to be in Orange at the Lutcher Theater this Saturday night. Thanks for calling, Ray. Excited to hear from you.
Good to be wanted to be called from.
I don't know if you even remember, but I met you back in 2009, long time ago, a lot of gigs ago, at Honky Tonk, Texas and Silsbee, Texas. I might be the only guy you ever saw with a cowboy hat and a crown on top.
King of the Cowboys.
Do you even remember that?
Which town was it?
Silsbee, Texas, Honky Tonk, Texas. You were there with the Sleep at the Wheel.
Oh, yeah. Outside of old Crazy Jerry's old place, I believe.
Yeah, Nutty Jerry's.
Yeah. Nutty Jerry. Yeah. Of course. How do you forget that?
It's Ray Benson, brand new album, 100 years. Did you think you'd keep asleep at the wheel between the ditches for that many years?
Well, when I was 19, I didn't think so, but yeah, it's been amazing.
We debuted your new video here in Southeast Texas last weekend, 100 years. Great video. Really capsulizes all that you've done. You've played in the White House, and man, you've done it all in 10 years plus, in 50 years plus those 10 Grammys, or 9 or 10 Grammys now.
Yeah. We won 9 Grammys, and then the 10th one was given to the art director Sarah and Shauna for the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's counting?
You got a great new album, 100 years. You were joined by Willie Nelson, George Strait, Emmylou Harris, Lyle Lovett, and a bunch more, huh? Big project.
Yeah, well, of course, we had planned on doing it in 2020, and obviously that went out the window. So it was quite a technological achievement, too, because by then, after the pandemic, everybody couldn't come to Austin, so we had to send tapes to Australia, to Boston, to Vermont, California, Italy, just to get all our guys who were spread out all over the world.
Yeah, you had a TV show for a while, Texas Music Scene. It came in right after my show. I've got a local show I've done for 15 years. It's an entertainment-based music show, and we actually debuted your album, your single off of that album, the video version of it last weekend. But you come in right after our show, the Texas Music Scene TV show. You're no longer hosting that, huh?
No, and I guess Jack is, although they're just, I'm not really happy with them. They're just repackaging stuff and having Jack introduce stuff that's old. So I don't know. It was a great run for 7 years. We were able to really show the world, the whole exciting stuff going on with the Texas Red Dirt scene, and also the history of the Texas, Oklahoma country music.
Yeah, you were instrumental in getting that going because you were so involved in Austin City Limits. You're on the board of directors of that. So you actually suggested that and got it launched 7 years ago, huh?
Yeah, we wanted to do. I wanted to do Austin City Limits too, and they were not interested. So this guy in Dallas was putting together a Texas music show. I said, I'll host it, and and so that's how that all came about. And yeah, it was great. For 7 years, we had it great, and then things kind of went south. So I said to Jack, "You can do it if you want. I'm not doing this anymore. So go ahead."
Okay, that's Ray Benson, founder and at the helm of Sleep at the Wheel for 50 years, over 50 years now, 51, because they launched it back in 1970. You moved to Austin with it because of Willie Nelson's suggestion back in 73. And so I saw you a lot when I was going to UT. I went to UT and graduated in 81. I lived there from 77 to 81. It was a great place. Austin was quite a different place back then, a lot smaller.
Oh, good God. If you had bought something then, you'd be a rich man now.
Yeah, I should have hung on to what I had. Actually, I lived there for 6 years, I guess, but it's so busy now, such a big city. It's just grown in leaps and bounds.
It is a big city. It was a town. Now it's a big city. We bought a little farm out there to where we keep the bus, and I have my offices, and my son who runs the band and everything lives there. and we thought we were all good old east of town, and then they plunked this Tesla truck factory 4 miles from the farm.
Oh man, yeah, they're launching that now up there.
Oh, it's insane, guy. It's like I've never seen anything like it. And I've been here in Austin since '73.
Actually, I'm in Beaumont. Been here for
Yeah.
over 20 years, and Beaumont, the Port Arthur, Beaumont, Orange area is about the size that Austin was back then, maybe 300,000 people. Now it's over 1 million in your population there.
That's right. Yes, in fact, because we're going to be in Orange on Saturday
Right.
at the Lutcher Theater for the big reunion show, and we'll be coming from Austin on the Friday, and then the Lutcher on Saturday.
Yeah, you can go to Lutcher.org to get your tickets. Get them. They're going fast. Let's give that new song a spin right now. Half 100 years on King's Country.
Well, all right.
I've missed a lot of things. I know I've missed you once again. You asked me where I've been, my friend. Well, I've been around the bend and back again and here again. I missed you, friend, I fear. It's just that I've been on the road for half 100 years. Hills and dales tell many tales. I've heard them all, my friend. With Willie, we've been back and forth. The road, it never ends. From Bakersfield, like Buck and Merle, we've lived 100 years. I tell you, friends, I've seen a lot in half 100 years. 5 times 10 or 10 times 5 times 2 makes quite a sum. Half of that makes 50 years, boys. It's been quite a run. So start the jam, roll one up and ice another beer. I'll tip my hat and raise a toast to half 100 years. Might seem long, don't get me wrong, most y'all would agree. The fashions change, they change the game, and then the locks don't fit the key. It's nothing to be feared, my friend, no need to shed a tear. It's just, I never thought I'd last half 100 years. I watched the same sun burn the sand, melt the mountain snow. I sailed the seas and felt the breeze that only sailors know. I played the king, seen many things that often bring a tear. You'll see a lot if you hang around for half 100 years. 5 times 10 or 10 times 5 times 2 makes quite a sum. Half of that makes 50 years, boys. It's been quite a run. So start the jam, roll one up and ice another beer. I tip my hat and raise a toast to half 100 years. Yeah, half 100 years. Might catch up to Willie one of these days. My. Hope you like it, Jamie. Half 100 years. Half 100 years. Half 100 years.
That's half 100 years, the title track to the new Asleep at the Wheel album. Album number 21 or 22 for you guys?
You know what? I don't know. I think it's somewhere around 30, but some of those are compilations. But yeah, it's plenty of records.
That's Ray Benson. You can see him this Saturday night at the Lutcher in Orange, Texas. Get your tickets at Lutcher.org for the big show, and get his new album. You've got a website, don't you, still, that people can go purchase that album at, Asleep at the Wheel?
Of course, yeah, the sleepatthewheel.com or Facebook or any of those things, or all of the places where you can buy And you know, this is the first time we printed more vinyl albums than we printed CDs. So times have changed again.
Yeah, vinyl is really coming back these days.
Well, the vinyl album, it's wonderful. It's a double album, so you get 2 albums and a huge booklet with thousands of pictures of the last 50 years.
Well, I'm honored to speak with you once again. It's been a few years, and looking forward to the big show this Saturday night. We'll be there at the Lutcher to see Asleep at the Wheel. That's the opening show for their new season. I think the 42nd season.
Oh, that's great. We did our play, the Bob Wills play. We did that there. Oh gosh, a long time ago, about 8 or 9 years ago. But it's a wonderful theater, and the folks in the Beaumont, Port Arthur, Orange area have always been great fans of ours, and we're so excited because this is the original band coming back with the current band of Asleep at the Wheel. So we have the original band, Chris O'Connell and Leroy Preston, Danny Levin. They've come back, so you'll get to hear a lot of the great old songs. We'll do The Letter, Johnny Walker Red, Bump Bounce Boogie, all the ones that we did through the 70s, 80s, etc.
All right. Well, I know you're a busy man, so I'll let you go. But how about we play Miles and Miles of Texas here on the Jim King of the Radio Show?
Jim, that's a good one because we're going to open up with it every night.
All right. You keep it between the ditches, Ray. Thanks for calling, and we'll see you Saturday.
You bet. Thanks a lot, Jim. Have a great day.
You too, sir. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh, miles and miles of Texas. Yeah. I was born in Louisiana, down on the old bayou, raised on shrimp and catfish and Mammy's good gumbo. I got that rambling fever, said goodbye to Ma and Pa, crossed that old Red River, and this is what I saw. I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the skies. I saw miles and miles of Texas, gonna live there till I die. Oh, Danny and Bill. I rode up into Cowtown, the cradle of the West. Just ask any cowboy, he'll tell you it's the best. I met a Texas beauty, got friendly with her paw. I looked into her big blue eyes, and this is what I saw. I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas, gonna live there till I die. Oh, lucky now. I started taming broncos, made every rodeo, until I met a rough one, his name was Devil Joe. I grabbed hold of his bridle to ride this old outlaw. He threw me from the saddle, and this is what I saw. I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas, gonna live there till I die. Oh, fiddles now.